All right. It is hot in this room.
Yeah.
We've got to get out of here. Anyways, welcome to Forever Talking, where we talk nothing forever. My name is Ian Moore with my commentating partner and co-host Nicholas. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about pretty much all over the map. The Super Bowl is this weekend, the season finale of our favorite part of the year. It's coming to an end, and then it's another off season of talking about. Well, normally we just talk about Aaron Rodgers for 3 months straight, but I maybe we'll talk about that a little more leading up to the draft. We'll be talking about Fury versus Usyk, how that kind of is gonna
If it ever happens.
If it ever happens, no. I mean, UFC and Conor McGregor are still arguing. I was hoping that by this episode, we were going to have a update on the main event of UFC 300, but I literally think they don't have any idea.
Yeah.
I think they can't come to an agreement with anybody. I think they reached out to Izzy and Duplessis for it. I think they changed their mind on Conor and Chandler, and maybe they tried to make that happen, but whether it was a money discrepancy or whatever it was, I think that they're I think they're trying to do everything in their power to avoid Leon Edwards versus.
I was about to ask if that was on that card.
It's not yet.
That will probably be the main event. But
I'll kill myself.
that should be 301.
I agree. 301.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Yeah. I mean, you and I can both agree that Conor versus Chandler is the main event.
The problem I think they have too is Sean O'Malley's 299. And they're trying to build him up, make him seem like a star. So they put a lot of good fights on that card, too.
Yeah, no, they can't. I mean, UFC 300 is a good card. I'm not saying it's not a good card. I'm just saying it's they can't find this mega wow main event.
Yeah.
And I think they have an idea of what they want it to be. Because Dana was like, whenever you find out what the main event is, you're going to go insane. And sick concept. But
Let's just tell us.
Yeah, well, just tell me what it is. I mean, I think... I don't know. I can say that they're probably having conversations with Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
And Michael Chandler. But I don't think that they can come to an agreement on anything. And I think that's why it hasn't been announced yet.
Yeah.
But I could totally be wrong. I could 110% be wrong. Now, according to Chael Sonnen, they reached out to Duplessis and Izzy. The reason why... I mean, if they both said yes, announcement immediately. One of them said no.
Yeah.
My guess is it was probably Israel Adesanya.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Mainly because, he kind of seems like he's taking a little bit of a break right now. And maybe he just doesn't know if he wants to come. He is not scared of Duplessis.
No.
I'm not, saying Israel Adesanya is scared of Duplessis. I think he's just kind of waiting around, seeing, hey, do I actually want to come back that early? Or, maybe they considered Strickland versus Duplessis.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that... but we were hoping... I was going to say expecting, but we know that's not true. We were hoping that UFC 300, we were going to have a main event by now, but that just did not pan out the way that we were hoping it would. So here we are, sitting with our hands on our ass, waiting around for the UFC 300 main event. Actually, it's not that far away. It's 2 months away.
Yeah.
We're in February.
I know, that's crazy.
UFC 300 is in April.
Yeah.
All right, now we're on code red a little bit. Now it's you're running out of time.
Yeah, the 8-week they got to announce it soon.
Yeah, you're 60 days away.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I was like, we're 4 months. You got plenty of time.
Bro, time goes quick.
Well, we've been talking about this since December. Well, we've been talking about it for months, but we've been waiting for the announcement since December. So, yeah, I don't know. That's crazy that they haven't brought that or came up with that yet. Huh. I wonder how that's going to pan out. I mean, the main events seem to be a tricky thing these days. Are you aware of the WeWantCody movement?
No.
It's a big wrestling thing. I know you're not a wrestling guy.
Cody Rhodes?
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes. He's the hottest thing in wrestling right now. Okay? So, For anyone who doesn't know, Nick doesn't watch a lot of wrestling. So normally if we're going to talk wrestling, we'll probably bring Mike and Gary back on the show when it's time to talk about WrestleMania or something like that. But normally, so Cody Rhodes is in WWE right now. Last year, whenever we had Mike and Gary on the show, we predicted the whole WrestleMania card. You just picked the opposite guy of me.
Yeah, I did.
Genius. I think you won actually, which is crazy. And you know who Roman Reigns is?
Yeah.
He's the tribal chief.
If you don't know who he is.
Yeah, if you don't know who Roman Reigns is, I mean,
you've been out of the thing for like 10 years.
Yeah, he's the guy in the WWE. He's the biggest villain in the WWE. He's been champion for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And last year at WrestleMania was Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. And everybody's like, Cody's going to win because Roman's had it forever and it's a great story. And normally the good guy wins at the end of WrestleMania. Because if you don't know wrestling, it's fake.
Yeah.
It's predetermined.
Wait, what?
It's a story. And like that's like the funniest. Like I've been a wrestling fan for as long as you know me. And if you're a wrestling fan, you're automatically going to get bashed if you're like in high school or like middle school or whatever. Got it. Cool. And they're like, it's fake. No fucking shit. Like, I know it's fake.
I think, though, when people say that, like, they don't give credit to the athletes that do it because that stuff is hard.
Yeah, it's a stunt. It's
like,
a live stunt performance.
And they do some dangerous stuff.
Oh, dude, it's insane. But, like, so is the Avengers movie.
Yeah.
So is Spider-Man dying in Infinity War. It's fake. It's no different except like wrestling's just a live play.
Yeah.
Really. And like I mean I think like if you're gonna be like a massive fan of wrestling, you have to start younger and then but you know anyways. Cody versus Roman. Big WrestleMania main event last year. Biggest they can make it. Felt massive. Cody ends up losing. What? That's insane. Cody then gets beat up by Brock Lesnar, goes for a year. CM Punk returns to WWE. Biggest, massive. WrestleMania is 2 nights now. It's not just one night. It's 2 nights.
Yeah, we watched it. You remember 2 years ago?
Yeah, that was WrestleMania 38. So now we're at WrestleMania 40. Maybe we'll watch WrestleMania 40. I know I will. If it's in the movie theater, I'm definitely going to watch it again. Because, like, banger.
It's kind of fun in the movie theater.
Oh, I had a blast. It wasn't in the movie theater last year. But, like, I don't watch it. Like, I don't watch wrestling. Like, I went to Raw last night. I was bored out of my mind. Because it's free TV. Like, you kind of know what you're getting. If I wouldn't watch it on my TV, which I don't, but also it was like, the only reason I went was because of this big storyline with Cody Rhodes. I want to see how this pans out. So anyways, moving on. CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes, the Royal Rumble's as big as it could get. The Vince McMahon allegations come out. He gets kicked out of WWE, out of TKO, and TKO is the parent company to UFC and WWE.
Yeah.
Right? So Cody gets, or Vince gets kicked out because of allegations. Brock Lesnar gets kicked out. And Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, becomes a board member. Meaning he's a board member of both the UFC and the WWE.
Oh.
Right? On January 3rd. The Royal Rumble's coming around. And the big match that everybody wanted to see for years and years and years. They wanted it last year. They wanted it the year before, was The Rock versus Roman Reigns, because they're cousins, they're related, and Roman like does this tribal chief, head of the table, like family thing. Yeah, that's like that stems from their family. Like he's the tribal chief of the Samoan legendary family. Yeah, you know. So everybody wants The Rock versus Roman Reigns, but you can't get The Rock to come in and wrestle because he's the biggest movie star on the planet. Kind of similar why John Cena only shows up once a year now to wrestle and lose for 6 weeks. So you couldn't get The Rock back for the longest time. But now the rumors were like circulating and like, maybe for WrestleMania 40, The Rock can come back and wrestle Roman, right? Problem is that the biggest star in WWE right now is Cody Rhodes. by far, because he lost last year. He won the Rumble by throwing out CM Punk, and everybody wants to see the rematch between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. And they want to see Cody finally win the championship. He'll be the first Rhodes to ever win, because you don't know the history of wrestling, but like Cody is the son of Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, Dusty's was one of like the legendary guys, but he never won the world title. So like Cody's whole like story is like, I'm trying to win the world title for my dad.
They're journeyman.
Yeah, he's trying to get it for his dad. But like, so you get a super big villain in Roman. You got like everybody loves Cody Rhodes. It's phenomenal, and you get a rematch, big rematch. Everybody was pissed when Cody lost last year because like we have to wait a whole nother year. Roman's never around either. He wrestles like 3 times a year, and he's the world champion. It's kind of similar to what I did.
Yeah.
Because like I can't blame him. You know, if you're at the top of the food chain,
you beat everyone,
and you beat everybody. You wrestle when you want to wrestle. You know what I'm saying? As from experience, I know. You know, I'm Ian Moore, WPW World Champion. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm coming back. We'll see what happens. Anyways, so.
Yeah, maybe.
The money's right.
Hey, you're in talks, right?
I'm in talk. I can't, you know.
Technically, we're all in talks right now.
Right. I can't, you know. You're out of concussion protocol. I can't speak for everybody. You know, I don't know. I don't know how it's all going on. You know, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. The money's right. I'll beat his ass. So anyways, everybody's happy. You know, problem is, so you were going to get night 1, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins is the main event of WrestleMania. I know you're not paying attention to anything I'm saying.
I am.
You're not following me.
I am.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I know I'm throwing a lot at you.
Somehow, yeah, I got like 15 minutes of knowledge and then it's gone.
It's okay. We'll never talk about this again until like April, so it's fine. So night 1 was originally CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. Night 2 was supposed to be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. 2. Okay? This was going to be WrestleMania 40. CM Punk gets hurt. Okay?
Yeah.
So now it's like, what's Seth Rollins going to do at WrestleMania? But it's okay, because we still got Cody versus Roman. So last Friday, so this is where the hashtag WeWantCody movement comes in that I mentioned. This is massive. One of the biggest things that's happened in WWE in like 10 years. Friday, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns are like facing off in the ring. They're like, everybody's loving it. Like, because like in WWE, like if you like get a natural built, like good guy, baby face
Versus the bad guy villain,
you're in. And if like people love the baby face and they hate the villain, because you don't get that anymore, right? Because everybody knows wrestling's fake. So it's like, how do you have to find a way to navigate it now with everybody, every wrestling fan knowing what a work is, what not is. Cody goes, I'm coming for you, Roman, but not at WrestleMania.
Oh.
I took some, and everybody was like,
they turned the TV off.
Literally everybody in the crowd was like, what? And then he goes, I took counsel from somebody you know very well. And then The Rock comes out. The Rock. Dwayne Johnson. And now WWE is like, it's going to be Dwayne Johnson versus The Rock at WrestleMania. And everybody
is pissed.
Was pissed. WeWantCody, hashtag WeWantCody, has been trending worldwide. Trending number one worldwide for like 4 days straight. The video that they posted on YouTube of The Rock versus Roman is the biggest dislike video in WWE history. 600,000 dislikes to like 85,000 likes. That's insane. So WWE, so then they were like, well, Cody's gonna wrestle Seth and Rock's gonna wrestle Roman. Nobody wants to see that. Because it's like everybody wanted to see Roman versus Rock, right?
Yeah.
But everybody wants to see Cody
like
finish his thing and like it doesn't make sense, like, cuz it's just like right matches.
Timing.
Terrible timing.
Yeah.
So now WWE is like, so that's why I went to Raw last night. It was like the most insane thing, like seeing people actually boo The Rock. And like the whole show, like, because it's Raw, so it's like, it's going to be boring for like, you're there for 20 minutes of it, really.
Yeah.
But it's like the whole show, or like the big moments that like Cody was out, it was like everybody was cheering, "We want Cody." And every time The Rock would like appear in a promo thing,
Shut up.
They would just boo him. they chant "Rocky sucks, Rocky sucks," like all show. So now I think they're trying to work it back in, where it's going to be Cody versus Rock versus Roman.
I was about to bring that up, right?
Which is massive. Like that's what they totally should do. Just roll with what you have to acknowledge that you screwed up and just kind of be like, all right, we're just gonna roll with this, and we're gonna, because that's often that's how you got Daniel Bryan. That's how you got that's how you got really great baby faces in wrestling. And plus, if it's like Cody versus Rock versus Roman, print money. Like, that's going to make millions and millions and millions of dollars. But the thing that everybody was so mad about was, it was like, it felt like The Rock like forced his way into WrestleMania, because now he's like a board operator.
Oh yeah.
And he, like, everybody was mad at The Rock because he felt like he like stiffed Cody out of his main event.
When it was probably already built.
Yeah, and now like this whole thing could have been like a shoot, or a shoot's like something that happens like real life, and a work is something like you're getting work to believe it's real. So like now like the theory is that this whole situation may have been a work, that like the plan was all along that this would make Cody like an even bigger star. I can tell you that they did plan on doing Cody versus Seth, but nobody wanted that. So it did work that it made Cody even bigger, because everybody's like, no, we want Cody in the main event of WrestleMania. Yeah. So like wrestling's such a funny world, but they didn't expect The Rock to get booed as bad as he did. So now The Rock is like the biggest bad guy in wrestling, whenever Roman Reigns is supposed to be the biggest bad guy in wrestling, and Cody's like right there. So I think like they had to find a way.
Triple threat probably is the best bet.
Oh, just do that, yeah. And I think that's the direction they're going in, because if they don't, people are just going to boo the main event of WrestleMania.
You think people will boycott?
They're not going to it's going to still make money. Like, people will watch it. But it's happened before. Like Roman, before he was like the tribal chief, biggest thing, he was a good guy that nobody wanted to see. And he got booed. He like maliciously booed. And I remember like, and Vince McMahon is like stubborn, where he was like, no, it's gonna be Roman in the main event of WrestleMania. It was a polar opposite effect. Like, Cody wins the Rumble, everybody's excited. Roman wins the Rumble, everyone's like,
damn,
really? You're really? But he's the good guy. He's supposed to be like the one everybody wants to. So then it's like in WrestleMania, people are like supporting the bad guy to win, and like he got booed. Like, and it was the main event of WrestleMania, and he got booed out the door.
Is that when he fought Brock Lesnar?
That was when he fought Triple H. So that was WrestleMania 32. This was like 8 years ago.
Jeez.
This was like near the beginning of his 8 years. Jesus. This was like, we were in high school.
Yeah.
And when he fought Brock Lesnar was supposed to be the good guy in that situation, and Roman was the bad guy. But nobody cared about that match anyway, because that was another Vince McMahon thing. But Vince has been out for like the last year and a half, and Triple H has been doing it.
Is he better?
Oh. I mean, the biggest mistake he made was
bringing back
this whole Rock thing.
Oh yeah.
But even then, and I don't want to follow reports, but like the reports are, Rock came back and forced his way into Mania to wrestle Roman to save it, because CM Punk got hurt.
Yeah.
But like,
he just messed it up more.
Yeah, because because the title that his dad had was the one that his dad wanted to win, was the one that Roman has. So, like, Cody going to beat Seth
Doesn't make sense.
doesn't make sense, and that's why nobody wants to see it. It has to be Cody
What about
versus
if, like, The Rock fought Seth Rollins? Would that make sense at all?
No. I mean, the only reason Rock would come back is to wrestle Roman.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the only thing that people really want to see him do. And the thing about that is, like, they knew that he was coming back since January 3rd, like a month before the Rumble, but they didn't tell anybody. They, like, even behind the scenes, because, like, in wrestling, it's like the wrestlers don't know what's going on.
Really?
I mean, they might know what they're doing leading into Mania.
Yeah, I feel like.
But plans change all the time. They know who's going. They typically know who's going over, or like who's winning the matches the night of. Unless it's like a big title match, then you might get a little bit better, like a little heads up. But like Cody didn't know The Rock was coming back. No, like Cody didn't know. Punk didn't know. There's now reports saying that Triple H didn't know, and Triple H is like the guy booking
Fights.
Booking everything. So it's like, I mean, wrestlers are kept in the dark a lot more than you would think. Because it's kind of like, it's really kind of similar to, it's not the same, but it's similar to like when Avengers Infinity War came out, and it was like the biggest movie ever.
Yeah.
And like, Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man, he got a script, and everybody else's lines but his were blacked out with marker. So it was like all he had the whole script. The only thing that wasn't like
was his line.
Was his lines and the lines of people he was working with, but the person he was working with, the name of it. So it'd be like Spider-Man. Hey guys, my name's Spider-Man. And then it would say under Iron Man, my name's Iron Man. It would be like, they would block out the names of who he was working with.
So you just had it.
So he had his name and his lines, and then he had other people's lines, but he didn't know who the lines belonged to.
Why would they do that?
So he didn't spoil it. So he couldn't spoil it.
But that would be super hard to memorize.
He knew his lines. All he had to do was memorize his lines.
Yeah, but like I remember I did acting in high school, and like I would memorize what someone would say, and then I would go.
That's what I did.
That's why when I had the person I had with me, he didn't know his lines. It was hard.
That's what I did too. But he would find out, like and whenever they did because whenever movies come out, like all the actors do press, and they all go do they do 20 interviews each, and Tom got stuck with the actor who plays Doctor Strange. Because Benedict Cumberbatch, the guy who plays Doctor Strange, is he's a very seasoned actor. He sat him with Tom to make sure Tom didn't spoil anything. And the interviewer was like, "So what's Spider-Man doing in Infinity War?" And Tom was like, "I have no idea. I want to tell you the secrets. I don't know what's happening in this movie. I'm gonna have to buy a ticket like everybody else." And every actor was like that, unless you're like a Robert Downey Jr., who's like the main character of the movie.
Yeah.
Maybe he knew. Similar to how like Roman, who's the world champion, maybe he knew. But I feel like they were kept pretty much in the dark until pretty close to the show. Because I know whenever that Friday came around where Cody found out that he's basically giving his match away to The Rock.
He got to be pissed.
He was not happy about it. The reports were he was somber but respectful. Because Cody's not a dick.
Yeah.
But he was like, really? Well, you're going to do this to me? So anyway, we just talked about wrestling for 25 minutes.
That's fine.
I love wrestling. It's such a funny thing. You can't take it too seriously.
No.
Yeah, no, you have to take it for what it is.
And I think you got to look at more at the storylines than the actual fights. If
it's a great match, because normally WrestleMania, the main event of WrestleMania is going to be, well, I guess it depends who's working it. But Cody versus Roman 2 is going to be a great match. The Rock versus Roman might not be if they're doing it solo, right? If they're just doing it one-on-one because Rock's 50
Yeah.
Hasn't wrestled in 10. He hasn't wrestled since WrestleMania 29.
Who do you?
He wrestled John Cena.
Did he win?
He lost. He wrestled John Cena. That was also the big thing, because at WrestleMania 28 and 29, the guy who was in Cody, the CM Punk, was in Cody's position 12 years ago, where he was white hot, biggest thing in the world. It should have been the main event of WrestleMania, and then The Rock just comes out of nowhere. And he's like, in a year previous, he was like, John, me and you are going to wrestle at WrestleMania 28. And John Cena's like, okay, cool. And then CM Punk's like,
wait a second.
whoa. So it was Cena versus Rock at WrestleMania 28. And then CM Punk's like, okay, I'm going to get in at WrestleMania 29. And then Vince McMahon was like, no, they're going to do the rematch between Cena versus Rock. And then Punk quit WWE. But Punk comes back to WWE, and he has like a promo with Cody, like hyping up the Royal Rumble. And he's like, Punk was like, let me give you the biggest CM Punk experience ever, since you want to be me so badly. You're going to be the biggest star in the world. Oh, wait, here comes a star who's much bigger than you are, who hasn't been around in a very long time, coming to take your dreams away. And then everybody's like, oh, he's talking about The Rock. And then Punk was like, and that guy's name is CM Punk. Because he was like, kind of like, but he was tying back to that moment.
Yeah.
So now everybody's like, oh my fucking God, Punk was right. Because Rock came back and took it from Cody. But if they're smart, that's a story that they could play with.
Yeah.
They could literally just play with that. Because the fun part about wrestling is, if you're smart enough, you don't know what's happening in real life, and you don't know how it's going to translate into. Because like going into WrestleMania, you can't let The Rock be like the bad guy.
Why not?
I guess you can, but it's like you want him to be like, you want everybody to want Cody to win.
Yeah.
But you want everybody to be like, well, I want to see Rock wrestle too.
Yeah.
You don't want it to be like Cody versus Rock and Roman. You want it to be Roman versus Rock versus Cody, which that's what the match is going to be anyway.
Yeah.
But from the perspective of the fans, you want everybody to hate Roman, you want people to love The Rock, but you want everybody to want Cody to win. You don't want it to be everybody wants Cody to win, but everybody hates The Rock and everybody hates Roman Reigns. Because, I mean, The Rock, he's not going to be a bad guy. Well, I guess he could be, but he probably doesn't want to be.
Yeah.
Right? Like Brock Lesnar, he's no problem coming back every year and just being a dick and beating people up. And, I mean, but yeah, WWE, you should roll with this, and it could be a really fun WrestleMania. And I'm very excited about WrestleMania.
When is it?
April. April 6th and April 7th. I'm very excited about it if they don't screw it up. And the only way they could screw it up is if they just
don't put Cody in the match.
Yeah, they just go gun-ho and just keep on with their path. But it kind of looks like that they're going to... Because, like, even Triple H was like... Because George Kittle did an interview.
Oh, yeah.
Where he was like, I love my dog Cody. Why isn't Cody in the main event of WrestleMania? and Triple H retweeted it, and he goes, I respect you, George Kittle. Just see what happens next. Like, subtly saying, like, I got it. I know. You want Cody in the...
Just wait.
Stop yelling at me. Like, I know. Because I think, like, that's the fun thing about wrestling now, is that they lean into everybody knowing it being a storyline a lot more. Because back then, when it was like, when we were kids, it was this is real.
Yeah, they did some crazy stuff, though.
Yeah, they're trying to make it seem as real. Like, they're trying to make it real. Where wrestling nowadays is like...
More about the storyline and not much about the fights.
If you're going to be a fun fan, you know it's fake, but you're going to suspend your disbelief.
Yeah.
Same as if you would watch a movie.
Yeah.
You're here to be entertained. You're here for an entertaining story. Hopefully an entertaining match comes out of it.
What's Logan Paul? Is he fighting?
He'll wrestle at WrestleMania. Yeah, he's a full-time wrestler now.
Is it Rey Mysterio? I feel like that's who I saw.
That was he wrestled Rey Mysterio a couple months ago. Logan's the United States champion right now. He beat Rey Mysterio for the U.S. title.
Ah.
Yeah, and he just wrestled Kevin Owens. And like last week, Logan re-signed his WWE contract to become a full-time wrestler.
Oh.
So he's going to wrestle, at least what full-time wrestler means is he'll be on pretty much every show, at least on SmackDown, and he'll wrestle majority of the pay-per-views.
So he ain't boxing.
No, he's done boxing. No, he's done. Which, I mean, Logan's he's actually a really talented, he's actually really good at wrestling.
He's an athletic dude.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, he's wrestling at Mania, probably LA Knight, who you have no idea who he is, but...
Oh, yeah, I've heard of him.
He's the guy. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was going to say.
He's that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dummy. So, yeah, it's going to be Logan versus LA Knight. And then, I mean, I don't know what the main events are going to be. I know what they should be. And I think that's the route they're going. All I know is 100% The Rock is wrestling at WrestleMania. Because he signed to wrestle at WrestleMania. And you don't want to miss out on that, right? If you're WWE, I understand that they're coming from the perspective of, like, Rock's the biggest, one of the biggest stars in the world. You don't want to miss the money that comes with him. But, and you're like, well, hey, I might never get a chance to do this again because he's not getting younger.
No.
So, I mean, I get their perspective
and
of
if they have, like, Cody win.
Yeah.
That makes the fight pointless, right?
Yeah. But, like, everybody originally didn't want the triple threat. Everybody just wanted Roman versus Cody. But now I think people are more open to the idea of doing the triple threat. Even me and Jake were like, do not do a triple threat. That's stupid. It makes no sense. But now it makes a little more sense where I'm a little more open to it. I'm like, this could actually not only be really, it kind of works for everybody, and it's the route that they should go. It just kind of depends if Dwayne wants to do that or not. But, I mean, again, you can't believe all the reports you see. So, I'm excited. We'll see what happens. I love WrestleMania. Wrestling's funny. I watch like I watch the big 4 pay-per-views a year, and then I figure out what's happening on Raw and SmackDown on my social media.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited. I'm nervous because if they fuck it up, but I'm excited if they succeed.
Well, if they fuck it up, you just don't watch it.
That's true. But also, it's like, if they do screw it up,
you watch it.
Yeah, because like it's The Rock.
Please.
You know, it's The Rock's wrestling. Even though I'm gonna boo him.
Yeah.
And like it would be the worst thing in the world if they wrestle, because like The Rock can't win. Because like why does he need to take the belt off Roman?
He won't fight again.
He won't fight again. And then Roman winning is also terrible because he would have to hold on to the belt for another year. And I'd be like, oh, it's been 5 years already. Can we just get this belt off him? Anyway, main events are a bit of a mess. The big one. Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. We've talked about this a lot already. But we
didn't really go, like...
We didn't go super into detail.
Yeah.
Las Vegas, Nevada. Super Bowl weekend. Super Bowl Sunday coming up.
Is that mine or yours? I think that's yours.
Oh my God, it might have been mine. It might have been mine. Oh my God.
I don't feel like turning around, so if it's not you. It was you?
I'll bet, man.
I was going to say, I don't usually have that type of vibration.
That's on me. I'm not professional. Yeah. What do you want me to say?
That.
We will. I will be a professional. When I get the new studio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're moving into a new studio. I know we just moved into this one, but
yeah,
we're upgrading again. It's going to look great. Or it won't. I think it's going to be one of those where we're going to be in here for a couple weeks until we get it how we want it to look.
That's fine.
Instead of moving into it before it's done. and then overtime. But anyways, Nick. By the way, people are not happy at you.
For what?
You said Jalen Hurts is better than Lamar Jackson.
He is. I mean, it's not even close to me.
I mean, people...
Who's been to the Super Bowl?
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Who's had more MVPs?
That's a regular season award.
True. I mean, but you're a guy who's like, playoffs are super important.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I was actually surprised at how much engagement that clip got and how mad people got.
I didn't even know that was a clip.
Oh, yeah. People were angry at us. I mean, people like... So they posted... So we actually had 3 pretty big clips in the last episode.
Yeah.
2 of them pertain to Taylor Swift, and 1 of them pertained to Lamar Jackson. Guess Lamar's got some big Swiftie fans, or Lamar Jackson.
They can say what they want, but they had the easiest year this year.
Yeah,
and they didn't win. So you think next year they're gonna win?
No,
because the Chiefs are only gonna get better.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't.
They got young receivers. Their defense is young.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's
going to be here next year, so I'm not really that worried.
Josh Allen is getting a little better.
Let me see if I can find it, because dude, we made people mad. It was actually kind of funny.
I'm actually like Philly was bad, but like Jalen Hurts wasn't terrible. Like at the end, like they gave up like 30 points to New York, the Cardinals. Like
we had, because the conversation originally started like it was me and you saying we would rather take Josh Allen over Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, easily.
Which is true.
Yeah,
they didn't like that. And then it somehow led to, I was like, who's better, Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson? And then you were like, well, Jalen, not even close.
Yeah,
like I think people are upset because you did not hesitate.
Well,
on that,
I still don't. One dude can't throw the ball.
He goes, one guy was like, I'm seeing a pattern here, and the other guy, like one guy who was defending us, goes, yeah, they're choosing the better quarterback. And one guy goes, sure, maybe a good QB, but definitely not a good player. Everybody was like, your validity is completely, like, credibility gone.
That's fine.
One guy goes,
we're casuals in football. Well, I am.
You're right. I'm the professional.
Well, I'm saying, like, if we talked NBA, they
oh, it's over. It's a wrap.
For the most part.
Oh, yeah, it was big. It was, one guy goes, I wonder why someone would think Josh Allen is that much better than Lamar, despite Lamar having more postseason success and an MVP under his belt. I wonder. Does Lamar have more postseason success?
I think he's got 2 wins.
Josh Allen goes to, like, the divisional.
Josh Allen. I don't even know what that guy's saying.
Josh goes to the divisional or the title.
Bro, Josh Allen has lost to the Bengals and the Chiefs. Like, that's not embarrassing.
No.
Lamar Jackson.
One guy goes, Jalen Hurts, exclamation point, question mark. Like, yeah, this channel's a joke. One guy goes, don't say God in Jesus' name in vain. It's a sin.
I mean, he's right.
I mean, I understand.
Technically, that statement's correct.
I mean, I apologize. I just, sorry. Yeah, I was like reading these comments and they were all about football. Then that guy came out of nowhere and I was like, oh, okay.
He just gonna
shout out to him. This guy goes, Lamar's good. He ain't great, that's what we said.
Lamar's a regular season player.
Yeah, he's good. He ain't great. And then one guy goes, bro, you're picking Jalen Hurts over Lamar. All credibility of this dude just went out the window. It's funny watching you get a little more hate because I'm the one.
I'm just surprised people act like Jalen Hurts didn't go to the Super Bowl last year and then play his ass off.
I agree. I think it's just recency bias.
Yeah, like Lamar Jackson, he did not even look good against the Texans.
Yeah, it's just I think it just kind of boils down to like
bunch of Lamar fanboys.
There's a lot of them. The biggest clip we had was if 100 people in a bar.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, the Taylor Swift and Donald Trump one.
I was gonna look at that one because you sent me it.
Yeah, it did pretty good.
What did most people say?
Taylor Swift.
That one's like such a difficult one because of the age.
This guy goes, I'm 72 and I'm a Taylor Swift fan. One guy goes, Donald Trump would walk over and stand next to Taylor. And then the person commented, Taylor would walk out of the room from the smell, and 90% would follow the other 10 people. And the other 10 people would be Secret Service, and they would have to stay.
Yeah, that one's such a tough one.
One goes, none go to Donald.
It's like, your standpoint there, though, like, I think more people would like Taylor, but, like, I think more people know Donald Trump.
I don't know. I mean...
Because, like, everyone knows who Donald Trump is at, like, almost every age, but, like, I feel like there's the older age group. I don't know how much of them would know Taylor Swift.
I think you would find that she is, like, worldwide, like, really popular. Like,
so is Trump.
I know. I don't know
like,
who is more popular, I guess. Not popular, because popular would be people like you, I guess. But
so Taylor Swift would easily win that one.
Like, worldwide famous.
I think.
I don't know.
I think Trump would win that one.
From the comments.
Yeah, easily.
From the comments, people are like, it's Taylor. But also, it's...
you got to look at who's on the app. Younger people.
Yeah, who's commenting.
You don't got the people who watch Fox News, whatever.
Yeah, and we're not saying it in a political... We're just talking about fame. Yeah, so... Because one person comment was like, I would not walk over to the white supremacist. And I was like, yikes.
Okay, no comment on that.
Yeah, no comment. I'm not going to respond to that. Yeah, we're not talking from the political standpoint. We're talking... Because it wouldn't be the same if, like, we brought up this conversation. We were like, who is more famous, Joe Biden or Taylor Swift? Like, that's not the same.
Yeah. Because
Donald Trump is clearly more famous than Joe Biden.
Yeah.
But it's...
But, like, a lot of people know Joe Biden, too, though. Like, that would be...
I mean, I don't really know that world. I don't know anything about politics, so I don't really know. All I know is, like, I knew Donald Trump before he ran for president.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And now
yeah, it's tough to know what the other countries think when you say worldwide.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I have no idea. I would think, like, overall, if you're asking, like, the world, I think Taylor. I don't know. I mean, that's a funny question. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel we don't have to talk about this again, but
yeah.
Yeah, I originally brought it up because the Lamar Jackson thing.
Well, who do you think's better, Lamar Jackson or Jalen Hurts? Like, if you, it's fine. You can say whatever you want, but
who would I rather have?
Yeah, if like you're starting a team and you get to pick which quarterback you want, who do you want?
I'm trying not to bring recency into it. Probably Jalen Hurts, but. Because Jalen's a better thrower.
Yeah.
But Lamar's so dangerous on his legs.
Where's that got him? To be fair, though, Jalen Hurts went to the Super Bowl by beating a freaking San Francisco team with no quarterback.
Yeah. But they were like damn near undefeated going into that.
Yeah, I remember saying last year, though, that they didn't play anyone, so.
Yeah, that's true.
But I would still... Because I watched Jalen Hurts at the beginning of the season because of fantasy football. That's who I picked.
Yeah.
Quarterback.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
We're not saying Lamar isn't a dog.
Yeah, he's not a good thrower.
He just kind of, I think he kind of blew it in the Chiefs game.
I think if he played that game like 10 times, like that would be 9 times.
He would lose 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But we predicted that. Anyways.
Hopefully we don't got Brock Purdy fans because I'm about to shit on him too.
Yeah, we're going to...
I would take Lamar over Brock Purdy.
We were doing so well this episode without agitating anybody.
And then
Anyways, sorry about that. Camera, storage.
Yeah.
We're amateurs. Moving on. The Super Bowl. 49ers, Chiefs. Before we get into anything, what's your prediction of this game and why?
Do you mean like who I think will win?
Who do you think is going to win? What do you think the score is? I got Chiefs winning by 3 field goal.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think the Chiefs will win, and I got them win. I got them scoring 24.
Yeah.
I just don't know what I'm gonna put. You know what? I'm gonna go 24-13.
13?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I see it being one of those scenarios, right, where it's a close game, and I have hope, and I have faith that the football gods are going to do the right thing here, and it's a good game. And then the 49ers score to tie it up, and there's 2 minutes left, or there's a minute and a half, and Patrick's got the ball, and he storms down, and he's just out of field goal range by 10 yards, 15 yards, and
Gets a flag.
it's third down, and he gets a flag, and then he just runs it in for even closer, and then they kick a field goal and win.
Yeah.
That's how I see this game going. Or I could see it going exactly how it did last year, where they won off a flag and just crippling.
No. Yeah.
Just a crippling Super Bowl, and I'm not excited about it.
No.
Did I text you? Did I tell you where we're going to watch this?
No.
Yeah. I'll tell you. I got it all set up. Don't worry about it. I got you covered.
You don't want to leak it live?
Yeah, I don't want people to know. Oh my God! Somebody recognized me at Chick-fil-A
Really?
yesterday. Yeah, as the Ian Moore.
Tim.
They put it on my bag, the McDonald's bag. They called me the Ian, and I was like, "There's a name."
How do you know you? Did you ask him?
This?
Did you ask him?
They go, "Are you in the music and the kid? Are you the guy who, like all the clips?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's,
Damn right.
that's me." And they were like,
Dang right.
And I was like, "You want an autograph?" And they were like, "No, get out." I didn't say that. But yeah, they called me the Ian at the drive-thru. And then they gave me the wrong food.
They really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I ordered a chicken sandwich
Someone
and
tells me they weren't a fan.
a Diet Coke. And they were making jokes with me up at the window. And then they gave me my food and my drink. And I was like, "Thanks." And I drove away. I went to take a sip of my Diet Coke.
And it wasn't Diet Coke?
This was from today. I ran through the line today.
It was root beer.
I got a sody today. But I took a sip, and it was an acidic, like, lemon tea or something. It was terrible. And I was like, and I looked at the bag, and because Chick-fil-A like puts the name on the front of the bag, and it was for fucking Michael. That's not my name. My name's Ian.
Yeah.
And then I drove back to the Chick-fil-A, and I walked in.
It was crazy. That's your middle name.
Yeah, it is. And I was expecting everybody to be like, "Oh my God, it's Ian Moore." And I was gonna be like, "I know.
Give me the food for free.
Give me come on." They didn't recognize me inside, but anyway, it was just one person who recognized me. She was like a lady. She was like a.
So you at least went back?
Yeah, I'm on this keto diet. All right, I gotta.
You can do that while going to Chick-fil-A?
If you've been on keto long enough, you can
Take a little cheat?
No, you can do like you can have 50 carbs.
Yeah.
And a sandwich only has 10 carbs in it, and like nuggets only have like 10 carbs in them.
So you count that stuff, right?
Yeah.
I do too. I always wonder people who don't.
I don't count macros. I only count my carbs, because if you're on keto, I was at 207 yesterday. I started at 255, so now I'm 207, going for just trying to get the lightweight, you know.
I ain't gonna comment on that.
You can't. You can. Calories don't matter. It's just carbs.
Yeah.
Because then your body goes into ketosis. Now you can't like do that forever. You can't get buff off that. Like,
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be able to put on muscle. I mean, I guess I'll be able to put on muscle, but I won't be able to like put on muscle like lean out. because I gotta be able to eat. I mean, I guess I can if I just ate like a bunch of chicken and shit. But you gotta like eat a bunch of calories.
Yeah.
Eat a lot of protein. And yeah, I don't do that. I just like normally what I'll do is I wake up at 2, and I'll skip lunch, and then I'll just eat.
You mean 2 p.m.?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I'll go to bed at like 6 a.m.
It's crazy because we're like only awake for like 4 hours a day at the same time.
Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable.
That's why when we text each other, it's...
Yeah, my sleep schedule's been toast, but I think I fixed it because I had to get up early today.
You think one day fixes it?
It depends what time I go to bed tonight.
Yeah.
But also soccer's not till 11, so...
Jeez.
Well, it's like 10:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see you there. Yeah, it's gross, so that might screw everything up, but it depends what time I go to bed tonight. Anyways, football. I feel like a broken record talking about it week after week after week.
Yeah.
You know, that the Chiefs, when they beat the Bills, pretty much solidified it for me.
They're going to win the Super Bowl.
They were going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But I was hoping, I was rooting for Lamar and the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
They let me down, fortunately. But I just don't... Because, I mean... Last week I said that the 49ers really have a better team. Are you serious? Really have a better team ultimately than the Chiefs do.
Yeah.
And then Gary said something where he was like, if you like let your hate boner go away for 2.5 seconds, you'll realize that those teams are actually closer than you think. And they kind of are. They both have like really similar good defenses.
Yeah.
And the 49ers defense has kind of been carved up last couple weeks. Chiefs have the better tight end, but George Kittle's no slouch. And what makes up for having a better tight end is that the 49ers have a better receiving core.
Yeah.
And they have Christian McCaffrey, but, you know, Pacheco's no slouch.
Pacheco, I think... Yeah.
He's a dog. Pacheco's a dog. I'm not going to say he's better than Christian McCaffrey. I'm not going to sit here and lie.
No, not even close.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie here. But, like, Pacheco, in my opinion, is a top.
I think the 49ers have the way better players.
Yeah.
But I just think the Chiefs as a team, like, for their style, have the perfect players almost for their style.
Yeah. I think, like, it's very similar to, like, you can have a good culture and you can have, like, a very bonded team. And
we'll just ignore that.
You think people can hear that?
No.
Lily. What are you doing? Oh, no, don't come over here. Goodness gracious. But I think there's... Because, like, the 49ers had the better players than Detroit, or they had, like, the better superstars. They had the Avengers.
Yeah.
But the Detroit was able to fight back. The Packers were able to fight back. I think it just all kind of varies on the culture and the chemistry of the team.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy is he's not a bad quarterback.
Yeah, but he's also not good.
We talked about this a few weeks ago too, where I think I made a clip, but Brock Purdy's not great. He's good. I think he's good. But I think if you put him, I can't remember the analyst's name, but he there's an analyst out there who dogged Brock Purdy, where he said that if you put Mac Jones on the 49ers, they succeed. I don't think that's true. I don't think you can put Mac Jones on this 49ers team and they're good.
No. Like, Mac Jones would look better on the team, is what he probably should have said, but like they still would not be good.
I don't think Mac Jones is better than Brock Purdy.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying Mac Jones would look a lot better on the 49ers than he does on the
as
Patriots.
A player. I think that Brock Purdy finds more success on the Patriots.
Brock Purdy?
Yeah.
No.
Not than the four. I think he does. I think he finds more success than Mac Jones did.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think,
he doesn't find more success than he would if he was on the 40. I'm not, that'd be idiotic. But I'm saying that Brock Purdy finds more success. Brock Purdy could go to other teams and find success.
Yeah.
Mac Jones, I don't think can.
No.
Not dogging Mac Jones. Prove me wrong, but, just calling what it is. I think that Brock he's the quarterback for that team. Hey.
We're going to kick you out.
Can you stop licking your area while I'm live on a show here? Anything to say?
Nope.
Thanks. I mean, the only reason that it gives me pause is I think that Brock Purdy and the 49ers are capable of scoring points on the Chiefs, and I think they're going to. I don't see the Chiefs defense like shutting out the offense of the 49ers. At least I see both defenses performing well, and I see both offenses performing well. But I think what it's going to come down to is that one team's defense is going to get carved up a little more than the other team is.
Yeah.
And I think the 49ers defense is going to get slightly carved up more than the Chiefs defense is. And I think that that's just going to give the Chiefs a little head start. And I think that it's not going to make up the difference in the beginning of the game. It's not going to make up the difference in the half of the game. But when it's at 2 minutes left and you just missed out on 3 points that you're really going to need, that's when. Because that's how the Chiefs win. They stick around like glue.
And then, Mahomes does his thing.
They stick around like a bad case of leukemia, I can go get chemotherapy to get Patrick Mahomes out of my life, but he'll come back. It's a bad analogy. Yeah. But basically what I was implying there is the Chiefs are a cancer in my life. And that is not an analogy. That's truth. They're a cancer.
Well, they're going to be around for a while.
I know, and I just can't stand it. Listen, we already said that this is the worst possible outcome that we could have gotten for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
As far as the 4 final playoff teams, I would have been cool with Ravens versus 49ers. I would have been cool with Ravens versus
Detroit.
I would have been cool with Detroit versus Chiefs. Chiefs versus 49ers is just so... Don't you do it again.
Yeah, you fucking camera.
I don't know what's going on with this thing. It has storage. It's got battery in it. Maybe it's overheating, but I doubt it. I don't know. I just see it not going the way I want it to.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that the Chiefs are going to ultimately beat the 49ers.
Yeah.
But my early prediction next year is that it won't matter.
Yeah.
Because Cincinnati's back.
Joe
Burrow's back, baby. And I could see it being like Cincy versus... I could see it being Cincy versus Chiefs, or not Cincy versus Detroit, Cincy versus 49ers, Cincy versus Packers next year. Maybe Cincy versus Eagles, depending on...
what to see with them.
Yeah, that's why I wanted the Super Bowl to be last year. That would have been sick. But, they screwed it up.
Yeah, Cincy versus the Eagles. That would have been a great one.
Yeah, that cancer in my life screwed it up. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Forever Talking. We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up here.
Yeah.
Because the camera's giving us trouble, and we talked about everything we need to talk about today, and I don't know what's going on with this thing. All I know is that it's agitating me to death. So, hopefully you enjoyed this one. And we'll see you on the next episode. I don't know what we'll talk about. We'll give our reactions to the Super Bowl, of course, but, we'll see. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this episode of Forever Talking, where we talk nothing forever. My name is Ian Worth, my commentating partner and co-host Nicholas, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace, love, adios. Bye-bye.
Crying and kneeling, running, I can't say that I'm healing.